great.
Jets!
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. 78 degrees, Jets football, and we're winning. That's what's going on today. That's why everybody's so psyched. This isn't no happenstance. This is a guarantee, just like Joe Namath said. See that?
There are few things in life you cannot put a price on. Loyalty, tradition, fierce passion. Today is a gigantic family reunion because finally, they're back.
All right. Well, look at us. Here we are back, 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night where the Talking Jets panel isn't happening today. So, hey, I was thinking about you guys, and I thought, I am getting so much rest. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm telling you, you guys know I am work 15 hours a day kind of a fella, and I haven't been doing that. So I would go to work and I'd go to the other job and then I would come here and I'd go till midnight or whatever. And I haven't been doing that. So now I'm all fucking freaked out. I'll tell you what, I usually sleep between 3 and 5 hours a night, right? It's just what happens. And I get up a couple times in there. I got this Apple Watch thing so it could tell me what's going on. The other night, I slept 9 hours and 39 minutes. What do you think of that? Fucking 9 hours and what is that? I don't even know what's up with that. So I'm all pumped up. I'm ready to talk about the New York Jets, but I want to do something. I only want to know what you guys want to talk about. I want to look into things. We're going to hang out tonight. It's going to be loose. I welcome you to the show. It's not really a named show. It's not the Monday 10 o'clock mock. It's not the Thursday thick of it. It's not the after hours Jets Fest. We're just hanging. We're just hanging out. It's going to be a fun night for me. I hope it's a fun night for you. It's good to see some of these names popping up. What's up, Bearded? Look at this guy. The intro is the definition of hype. It really is. And I haven't played that one in a long time. I was thinking, what the hell should I play? It's not. I have all these pre-made things that I'm like, I don't have an intro for a hang. But I'll tell you what, Bearded. I clearly my powers of premonition are way off. That was, just so you know what game that was. That was actually our first ever Talking Jets meetup. It was Zach Wilson's first Jets home game where I said, we're winning today. It's a guarantee. He threw 4 interceptions that game. So I'm a tad off the beam, as they say. Well, shit, man. I've been here. This is what is it? 10 years old. So I'm 52. So this is my 42nd straight year of being a ridiculous idiot Jets fan, right? And I'm going to tell you honestly, about 40 of those years, like the Adam Gase years, the second Kotite year, maybe the Kotite I believed. I really did. But let's say 39 of those years, I legitimately believed that we had a chance to get to the bowl. I did. I'm stupid like that. Now, the last 2 years, you know what I mean? Come on. The NFL did too. 7 primetime games, opening day, Monday Night Football. Listen, everybody bought into that shit, right? So I wasn't alone there, but I was definitely alone when our marquee players were, McCown and Robbie Anderson. You know what I mean? So I had Trenton Cannon, fucking, those guys. So it's like, but I'm believing. I'm like, ah. So you know how it goes. But yeah, it's good to see you, man. Hennessy's in the house, I think. Did I see Hennessy? No, maybe not. Love Bites getting us started tonight. Good to see you, buddy. Party with Peg and Artie's in the house. Yeah, man. This is good stuff. Oh, who's that? Hey, Jake Assman. What's up, duder? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, that's what like I told Jake. I said, Jake, I'm taking a break for a little while. And he's like, how long are you taking a break? I said, I don't know. At least till the end of July. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't do it, man. I said, I'm fried, brother. I'm fried. I told Tyson from Let's Talk Jets. He's like, hey, you want to do it? I'm like, I can't. I told Snowball today, Snowball with Jets Worldwide. He said, hey, you want to come on? I was like, I can't do it. I said, I'm going to do a stream here or there, but when I'm feeling it, I just can't. I couldn't do it. I degraded. Which, by the way, during this degradation period, Jake, I lost 40. Well, I vacillate between 48 and 52 pounds since you last saw me. So, and I've been in the gym every day. So much so that I keep hurting myself. I tore a muscle in my lat. Fucking woke up today. I can't even stand up straight. Something with my back. And I keep going. My wife told me today, she said, you're 52. I'm like, not in my brain. I'm 12. So good to see you too, Jake. Honestly, man. Thomas is here. What's up with you, Tom? Good to see you, buddy. John's here. Yeah, we love you, John. And by we, I mean the 12 people that live in my brain. One of the exercises I've done, guys, because I'm crazy, right? So I'm working on settling down. I was out of my mind. I lost my mind. That's what I had, almost like just shy of a nervous breakdown. Okay. It's the fucking truth. So one of the things I did is John, this is for you. I identified all the voices that I hear in my head and who they are, right? Like my mom, my father, my old boss, whatever the fuck it is. And I've identified 7 distinct voices. And then there's probably 1 or 2 more that are in the background. So that's 8 or 9 people in here. So you only know 1, but there's more. My wife knows like 4. So, you know what I mean? You like the camera? Look, well, this is what I'll tell you, John, here, this is good. Let me show you something. So this is what I was using. Whoops. Shit. All right. This is what I was using right here. Let's see. See more of me? It's bad. It's like, and I would do this. I would come up or whatever. But now I went to this guy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not crystal clear. Then we went to this guy. Hello. GreenBean's burner. You've been slacking. There's no rumors about me saying weird shit. Where you been? Like, yo, man, that GreenBean guy. Did you see he was showing his boobs? Bill's here. Look at that. That's freaky, Bill. I like what you did there. That's good. Chris 716 is in the house with us. Jets Mess is here. Yeah, man. Good to see you, Mess. Always, as you know. I love you, bro. You're one of my faves. Right, Jake? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to do it. When you guys see me at the Talking Jets Open, which I'll show you guys, we got a whole thing. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Jake, and it depends. Now, I was talking to Nick Shine and about some potentials. And I said, Nick, look, man, it all depends. Like it's, I don't know where I'm going to be with the Jets. Like I live 6-7 hours away. So it's not, and then to take a plane, it's a pain in the ass. So I end up just driving. It's not easy. Let's call it a 12-hour round trip. It's not an easy thing. It's through DC and Baltimore. It sucks. It's a terrible trip to get up there. But if the Jets, I mean, you guys are the Carolina game, I think it is. What is that, game 5? So if we're like 3-2, I'll come. You know what I mean? I get drunk with power. So anyway, who knows? You might see me. But by the time we're going, the Talking Jets meetup is for week 1 against the Steelers. And what we'll do, I mean, not what we'll do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to arrive svelte. Yeah. Last year at that game, I was about 240, 245. Right now, this morning, when I weighed myself, I was 196.2. So I'm shooting for 185. We'll see. But either way, bro, it's going to be a different thing. Be running around, running up and down the things like Salah without having a heart attack and shit. You know what I mean? So we'll do that. Ugh. So what else we got here? Who else is in the house? Zachary Berner's here. Yeah, I know, dude. It takes so long. This is the period of time. Like, look, when we get rookie mini camp and then you get OTAs and it's nice. But it's like that time before training camp. That, it's weird because, like I took a break during, like, right after the draft. I told Matt and Ryan, I'm like, look, man, I just need you to know I'm fucking dying here. Okay. So I need to pull away for a minute. And it's like, there's still some cool shit to talk about. And then I come back and it's like it's the desert, which I think maybe it's good. We get to hang out. We get to hang out while we're in the desert. At least we can hang out, right? At least we can talk. But it's not as good. There's not as much juice to talk about. I'll tell you, I want to talk about Malachi Corley tonight for sure. That much I want to talk about. I'd like to talk about Aaron Glenn a little bit. But if we get there, we get there. You know what I mean? Like, so it's up to you guys. I want you to know that both Matt O'Leary and or Ryan may pop in tonight. I don't know. There's no guarantees, but it'd be nice to see those guys. It is Tuesday, right? So I was chatting with them earlier. So we'll see how that goes. But that'd be nice to see them. But if not, it's okay too. You know what I mean? We don't want to get all crazy. We don't want to get nuts and start guilting people and all that kind of shit. It's a fucking Tuesday. People have plans. Whoa, wait a minute. Don't play yet. Don't play. So let's do this. I want to show you guys. Where did it go? What the hell's going on here? All right. See, this is what happens when you're out of practice. Like Jake right now he's shaking his head. He's like, this guy, what happened to him? He used to be relatively fluid. Now he's he's an idiot. Because I don't know. I'm telling you, man, like trying to make a thumbnail earlier, I was like, what the fuck did I used to do? I had like this fluid kind of, I just would make a thumbnail in 30 seconds. I was trying to find, I'm like, I don't remember what I did. I don't remember what intro. I don't remember where all the buttons are. It's like, it's weird how quickly I forget, man. I know, right? You've been slacking, bro. And that's the thing. Like slacking this year, especially this offseason, I think is acceptable. It better be because I know I've been. So because like last year, and the 2 years in a row, really, they're like one big piece. Dude, they damn near killed me. As a football fan, as a Jets fan, the last 2 years were like nothing I've ever experienced before. You know what I mean? Like it was just the hope and the unbelievable, ridiculously piss poor output. It's like, what is happening? We got Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Devontae Adams on the field, and we're getting blown out. What's happening? So let me see this. Let me do this for you guys. I want to talk about the thing. So where is it? Do I have to close that down now? Let me see something. All right. Maybe I have to do this. Oh, for God's sakes, Bean. I can't do it. Let me see. I'm going to do it right. Let me shut this down first. The fuck is this? Close the window. That's what I said. All right, here we go. I'm going to be able to do it for you guys. You guys ready for the thing? We'll start with this today. It's going to look like shit, though. Why does it look so shitty? It's not letting me do it. Yeah, okay, there it is. Why is it so small? It's not supposed to be small. Let's do this. Is that better? Where'd it go? Ugh. Let me see. What the hell's going on here? I don't know why it's so small, guys. Hold on. I'm going to do something different. Look at Ryan. It's my guy right there. All right, I got to get this off because I suck at stuff. All right, so I'm way out of. I had it queued up, but I don't know what happened. I just am not. I'm not as sharp as I once was. I'm all confused for some reason. Let me. I'm going to try one more thing here. All right, so let's see what happened here. Open. So let's do this. Let me shut this one down. This fucking thing keeps popping up. All right. This is going to do it. I have a good feeling. Stop talking, Ryan. You better be with us. Join talking. Do you know where you're going to be? Holy shit. All right, here we go. I got to close that though. Oh my God, this is embarrassing at this fucking point. All right, so we're going to try this. I want to say one more time, but that's a lie. I'm just going to keep trying it. Here we go. We look better? Come on. There we go. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it. That's always the next problem with me. Do you know where you're going to be week 1? You better be with us. Join Talking Jets for a weekend of fun to kick off the NFL season. We're going to the season opener against the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. Join us as we'll take over an entire section of MetLife Stadium with Jets fans just like you.
We'll be tailgating with Tailgate Joe before the game, and our group will have post-game access to the MetLife Stadium field.
The fun doesn't have to stop there. The Talking Jets crew is heading down to Keensburg, New Jersey, where we're going to the Bayzara Music Festival, putting on a live show and meet and greet live from the beach. Hang out, listen to some good tunes, talk some Jets, and kick off the NFL season the right way.
All you need to do is go to talkingjets.com for more info and your tickets. We can't wait to see you there. Yeah, we did it. Hopefully you guys could hear it. Right, Dylan? That's the truth. It's not just StreamYard. It was like 3 different from QuickTime. I'm like, what the fuck is? But good to see you, Dylan. I hope you can. Hope you come and hang, man. I was talking to Matt and Ryan. They said that you were kicking the tires on that. That's a football term, you know. We kick the tires on these players, right? That's what we do. So I hope you're kicking the tires, man. But I hope you come. That's what I really hope. So that'd be great. But yeah, Bearded checking in. Look at this. He says, I've decided our last 2 years are all Rodgers' fault. I'm there. I'm with you, man. I can't wait to see him give Tomlin his first ever losing season as his last season. Let me tell you, nothing would make me happier. You guys know me by now. I am a terribly negative, like anything but the Jets, I hate. I root with hate. I root against. I don't root for anything except the Jets. If you find me rooting for a team to win any game in the NFL, it's always because I'm rooting against the other team. It's never like I'm rooting for the Chiefs or the Steelers or the Cowboys. It has nothing to do with the team I'm rooting for. I'm rooting against. Always. 100%. And there could be myriad reasons why I'm rooting against, right? It could have something to do with the Jets' record, playoff chances, or at least dream of playoff chances in the first half of the season. I'm rooting against all the AFC teams, especially the AFC East, right? I'm doing all that stuff. But it could be as simple as that player said, a player on that team said some bullshit about the Jets, or that's all it takes. I'll root against them. As long as it doesn't negatively impact the Jets if they lose, then I'll root against it. The Aaron Rodgers, obviously we're playing them week 1, so I'm going to be rooting against them. But let me tell you, point blank, Bearded's comment right here says it all to me. This is my whole entire 2025 other than the New York Jets. I want so badly for Aaron Rodgers to fail miserably in Pittsburgh. There's almost nothing I want more. Fuck you, dude. Come here, make us Cobb and Lazard and all these guys and Hackett. You know what I mean? Like, remember when Sean Payton, he took over the Broncos? And he said, I just took over the worst coaching job in the history of the NFL. And we were like, dude, stop being so dramatic, blah, blah, blah. You don't say you're breaking the protocol of the coaches club. And then Aaron Rodgers said, keep my coach's name out of your mouth and all this rah-rah shit. Does anybody look in 2 years, Sean Payton with a rookie quarterback is in the playoffs, and we're demoting Hackett, but keeping him on the team to do what? With nobody knows. What did he do last year? We don't know. But he's the guy, as the offensive coordinator of the New York Jets season 1, literally stood up on the podium one game after the bye, so halfway through the season, give or take, says, well, we're just figuring out that Breece Hall is a pretty good option in the passing game. He's not just a guy in for the running game. We're like, first of all, how do you not know that? Like, just the fact that you don't know that is ridiculous. But the fact that you're so fucking stupid that you would get up in front of the New York media and say that, that's another tier of idiocy. Like, that's the kind of shit you just sit down with Salah, you don't even tell anybody. You know what I mean? At worst, you would tell yourself, hey, man, I didn't realize that he could be so valuable in the passing. All right, we're going to work him in more. Okay, cool. I would just go, holy shit, to myself, and I would start drawing up plays for him. I wouldn't tell a damn soul. That's that guy. That's who we had. And that's all Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Complete horseshit. Hey, Jason Edwards. In the house. Right, man. What's up, man? Will the Yak King? Well, I don't think he's going to get cut. There's all that shit being talked about. It's one thing if we had a packed wide receiver room. I think they're doing the right thing with him. They're letting them know, dude, this isn't a free ride. I love what Aaron Glenn said. You can't make the club from the tub. You can't make the club sitting in the tub, bub. You know what I mean? He should have added that. Can't make the club sitting in the tub, bub. He should have said bub. He missed an opportunity there, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Jake, you're funny, man. Happy Tuesday to you, Daniel Berry. I see you guys. Dirty Coach. Yeah, a little rusty. I'll get there. I'll get there, man. And if I don't do another stream for 2 weeks, I'll forget it all again. By the end of the stream, I'll be. But then in 2 weeks, I'll be like, I'll do the same thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll tell you, I'll be real honest. I forgot what platform. I was like, wait, what is the name of the platform I use? StreamYard. I'm like, what is that again? I know I typed the letter S. So I typed in the letter S and it came up. And I was like, oh, yeah, StreamYard. I didn't even remember that. I mean, I would have in a minute, but I didn't. So what was in here? Chris. What are you saying, Chris? You're a good dude. Everybody. Shout out to Dylan Terriman in the chat. Yeah, that's right. Getting his props. Dylan is a phenomenal New York Jets content creator, person and fan representing our New York Jets fan base. Dude, he's one of the best. I remember when Dylan first came on Jet Nation Radio. He started where I started. As a matter of fact, Dylan, I had a long conversation with Phil just today. I'm chatting with Phil. I talked to him like last week. We had a long chat, and maybe 2 weeks ago. And then just today, we shot the breeze a little bit for about a half hour. I love Phil at Jet Nation. I've known him for, it's 15 years, man, or more. But Phil's one of the good dudes, and that's Dylan came out of Jet Nation. Listen to this. Dylan came out of Jet Nation. I came out of Jet Nation. Tyson from Let's Talk Jets came out of Jet Nation. Joe Blewett came out of Jet Nation. They're like I don't know if I'm going to speak in weird terms to you guys, but there's a band out there called Alcatraz. And in the 80s, they were just this unknown band, but their lead guitar players kept getting poached. And there are two of them. One's named Yngwie Malmsteen, legend, and another one is Steve Vai. Like, they just kept getting these guys in Alcatraz, and they just kept going and moving on to bigger and better things. And then Alcatraz was they're kind of a cult They had their own following, of course. But it's just like all these legendary guitar players all just started with Alcatraz. Weird thing that happened. But anyway, let's see who else we got in here. I got to catch up. I'm a little far away. Yeti's in the house. What's up, Yeti? Yeah, man, we're just hanging, right? We're having a good time, Yeti. And that's what this is. That's what this all is. We're just hanging out, like what Bill says. I give it to you straight. Look, I'm not always right. I mean, I'm right a lot. Not with our records and shit like that. I'm clearly way off on that. You know what I mean? But as far as like, draft picks and player evaluations and that kind of shit, I'm right a lot. Like if you look at two teams, the two teams that take my players every single year. Well, there's really three, but there's two that do it every year. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. They get my players every year. Enough said. You know what I mean? You know what I love about the Ravens and Chiefs draft plans? They never try to be the smartest people in the room. Like the Jets, we're making all these moves and taking players nobody's ever heard of. We're going to find the golden nugget. It's like, dude, the Ravens just sit where they are and they get Terrell Suggs. They sit where they are, they get Ed Reed. They sit where they are, they get Ray Lewis. They sit where they are, they get Kyle Hamilton. You know what I mean? They CJ Mosley. They don't do shit. Every now and again, they'll make a move. The other one is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth. They just got rid of them, but Pickens. These are studs. I'm thirsty as shit, man. And I'm drinking electrolyte water. It's not even, I don't know. I'm supposed to not be as thirsty, right? When you drink electrolytes. Isn't it supposed to like improve your hydration? I don't know. But let's see what Chris has here. I can handle Aaron Rodgers on behalf of our New York Family Nation is like nice in a nice way. No, I can handle Aaron Rodgers on no, there's no reason. You can be nice if you want, Chris, but I'm not. I don't want to be nice. And he didn't take a selfie with me. Now, it wasn't his fault. It was that damn security guard. Which I hope they cut him. Fuck, man. He's been around the entire time we've been sucking. Maybe he's the problem. He's been here the whole time. We like to talk about Woody as the only common denominator. I don't know, man. That security guard's been here. Running on the field with our head coach. Who knows what that guy's saying? Who knows what he's saying? Chris, we don't know. AJ, what's up, man? Great to see you too, dude. This is the way. We're having a good time. James Kennedy says, Robert Saleh fired Mike LaFleur and hired Nathaniel Hackett. Now, that may be true. But if you believe that he was an independent contractor on that decision, you are drunk and high, Mr. Kennedy. You've been smoking too much ganj. If you think that Robert Saleh independently decided to fire one of his best friends, his literal best friend's younger brother, when he was a fucking pretty good schematic offensive coordinator, he was good. Better than anything we've had before or after for years. Adam Gase, Dowell Loggins, you know what I mean? Bates, like, give me a break, dude. And if you think Nathaniel Hackett was a Robert Saleh hire, again, you're high. If you don't think that was a larger scale operation, all designed to get Aaron Rodgers, and there might have even been cohorting decision-making there, again, you're not seeing the forest through the trees, man. I mean, it's as clear as day. It's as clear as day. Mike LaFleur needed to go. He was getting into fights with players and all that kind of shit. Remember Elijah Moore said, "You suck." And look, rightfully so. He was sending Elijah Moore on go routes. I mean, I don't know what the hell that was. Again, schematically, he was very good. but his player interpersonnel, development, non-existent. He wasn't that guy. So, but yeah, I mean, Robert Saleh, he's the guy who did it, and he needed to go, but I don't know. I'm just telling you, there's no way that was a Robert Saleh. It was right. See, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, technically speaking, Robert Saleh was the coach, but it's like Joe Douglas said on on his way out. He said, "I serve at the pleasure of the owner." Right? What is he saying there? Look, Woody's an asshole. Woody does what Woody wants to do. And Woody also says things like thinking's overrated. So that's why we're where we are, everybody. And that security guard's running around, fucking ruining people's selfies with Aaron Rodgers. I would have still liked to get a selfie with Aaron Rodgers. No? Come on. Who got Mike Green? Where did Mike Green go? I don't even remember. I'm telling you, man. Like I am so out of the loop. Like I'm fried. What's this? Aaron Rodgers went on a 25-minute diatribe about the Jets running game. Who cares, dude? Let's see. What is this? Aaron Rodgers talking about the Jets running game. That's a couple days. I actually saw this, but I didn't read it. I saw it and I went, screw that guy, man. Oh, what happened? Did I freeze? I got to get rid of this. Screw that article. It was jamming up the works. Like when all these pop-ups come up, it's like, get out of here, man. I'm not into it. Yeah, I know, dude, I'm telling you, man. Right? Like they just sit there and they get the players that you want. You're like, they're at pick 20, 28. And they get, you go, oh, how'd they get that guy? Well, you could have taken that guy. You were at pick 4. But you got sucked into this crazy bullshit conversation about, this other guy. You want to trade up? You're at pick 8 or 7 and you want to trade up. Like, dude, settle down. Everybody calm the fuck down. And again, like I said, and it's not just the first round. It's like they get the guys I want in the second and the third. It happens every year. I go, there they go. 6th round, they're taking guys that are obvious players to take in the 6th. And we're taking, Jalen Key or whatever the fuck we're taking. It's like every year I go, well, who are these guys? Like the last 4 picks that I'm like, I don't know anybody we're talking about here. Like, look, we're all rooting for Quantez Stiggers, right? All of us. Who knows, right? We're rooting. But come on. I hang out with Dom C, dude. Dom C does more evaluation than anybody I know. He's already got the whole next draft figured out. And I said, hey, what do you know on Quantez Stiggers? He said, I don't know anything. I never fucking heard of this guy. I got nothing. And it's like, well, why? And then that's the one they got the security guard on the phone crying. Like, where are we? Are we in Bizarro world? And again, great story. I don't care. But there were other players that we all scouted. We all watched some tape on. We knew a little bit about them. It could have been nice players. Maybe Stiggers works out, man. Maybe all these guys that Mooj chose will work out. I like the safety. I like him. But, it's like every year. It doesn't matter who comes here. Every single year, we got to look at the Jets trying to be the smartest team in the league. And really, look, again, Joe Douglas was significantly better than, dude, we've had GM. They couldn't even hit on the first round. They got a top 10 pick and they're missing. How do you miss? It's like when they say, oh, Joe Douglas had it easy. Of course he hit with the 4th and 10th pick. Are you kidding? We've missed with the 2nd pick. We've missed with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Dude, we miss all the time. What are you talking about? Dwayne Robertson, we used 2 firsts to trade up to get that fucking Scrub. They called him a bowling ball with razor blades. Dude, he made it 1 year after we traded him. Like, it's like, what are we talking? The guy was in the league for like 4 years. He's a top 10 pick. 2 firsts. Like, why do we have to use another first to get him? You know what I mean? It's just, it goes on and on and on, dude. Whether it's Bradway, whether it was Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum did all right. I mean, Tannenbaum did better in free agency and trades than he did in the draft. Sanchez was mediocre, but at least he didn't suck. Like, I couldn't wait to get rid of Sanchez. And let me tell you something. The last however many years, Sam Darnold, oh my God, what the hell? My nose itches all of a sudden. You know, Sam Darnold and fucking Zach Wilson and all these scrubs we've been trotting out there. Dude, I would love Sanchez. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And we wanted to get rid of Chad. Chad was amazing. I mean, he wore down with all the injuries and stuff. But, dude, Chad Pennington was something else. He was spectacular. And then we got rid of him for Brett Favre for 1 year of Brett. Well, really, not 3/4 of a year of Brett Favre. We cut him. He goes on to the Vikings, goes to the championship game. And we get Sanchez. Now, granted, we went to the championship games as well. But can you imagine those teams with Brett Favre? Those teams were built to win. We were the best team in the NFL in 2010. How the Steelers beat us? It's because the Jets won their Super Bowl the week before against the Pats. We were gassed. That whole first half of that championship game, we looked like we were done. And that was the problem with Rex's teams, right? It was very inconsistent. 1 week we're dominating, the next week we look like we're tired. That's the thing with Rex. That was a major rub. My man, E-Boogie checking in. Green Bean, question. Would you like to see the Jets trade for a player or trade away a player or neither? I don't want to trade for a player, E-Boogie, because I don't think this is the year, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want to see. What I want to see this year, while I have this little low-key background hum brewing right now, buzzing in my spirit, that the Jets are going to be better than we think. All right? It's a low key, just a low vibration. Bzzz. It's just letting me, don't. Justin Fields is going to do the thing. Aaron Glenn, you know? Okay. But in reality, I think we're probably 6-7 wins. So, like, are you gonna trade for a player when you're 6? Like, what are you gonna give? You're gonna give a third, a fourth, a second? Like, what are you gonna give for who? Like, this isn't the year, man. If we somehow make it the year, fucking A, I'm here for it. But, you know, realistically speaking, you know, it doesn't look like it, like we got the horses. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I'm rooting and all that shit, but it's like, I don't know. So I wouldn't trade for a player. That said, who do I want to trade? I mean, I'd be happy to trade Alan Lazard, but what are you going to get for him? If they don't like Malachi Corley, I'm sure you could get something for him. Maybe a fourth, maybe even a third, you know, a late third or something like that. I mean, if you don't like the player and you're thinking of cutting him, dude, he was a 3rd round pick last year. There are teams that like him. Do it. You know what I mean? That's what I say, E-Boogie. I mean, I don't know. Right? So, I mean, I don't know. Who else could we trade? I don't want to trade anybody of substance. You know, let's see what we got this year. You know what I mean? Let's see what we have and go from there. You know what I mean? All right. So, look, we're going to talk about our sponsor for this part of the show. You guys know them. They're on the screen right now. House of Atlas. Now, look, I'm going to shoot straight with you guys. There's something different about their razor that I didn't even know. until I got it. And then I was putzing around with it, and I'm like, what's this precision edge? What is that? What is it? Everybody says precision this. And then there's a little button on the top of the razor, like, you know where the strip is? They call it the serum strip. On the top, if you pull it back, it snaps up. And it's a precision. And it's what I use to get my line. I use it. It's the truth. I use the precision edge. So it's different. Now, and I got an offer for you. I'm going to show you their ad here. And then then I'll tell you about the offer. They've upped the offer for you guys.
What makes a man an Atlas man? He uses House of Atlas shave gel for a closer, more soothing shave. But it takes more than that. It takes ambition, resourcefulness, intuition, and the kind of look that says, I'm winning this poker hand, no matter what cards I'm holding. But above all, it takes a razor that's as sharp and smooth as the man it's shaving. Greatness looks good on you. Welcome to Atlas.
All right. So here's the story. Last time I told you about these guys. The offer was 15% off if you used a promo code GreenBean. Okay. Use the promo code GreenBean. Or you go to houseofatlas.com/GreenBean. That's probably the best way to do it. Now you're going to get 20% off. Dude, and all you got to do is buy that little starter pack. It comes with the shaving cream and the razor and everything. 20% off. All you got to do is go to houseofatlas/GreenBean. Or when you go there and you check out, use the promo code GreenBean, 20% off. They've upped it. See that, man? Because it worked last time. Because people are, dude, I'm telling you, these products, I don't do anything I don't like. I get all kinds of shitty offers, just so you guys know. I get offers every single, like I'm at least one or two a week, every week. Hey, do you want to do this balloon animals? I'm like, no. Hey, what do you want to do? Fucking petting zoo in New Jersey? I'm like, nope. You know, I get crazy offers. So this is stuff that I actually like. So anyway, 20% off House of Atlas, everybody. houseofatlas.com/GreenBean or GreenBean as the promo code at checkout. Get yourself a real fucking razor. Yeah, buddy. There you go. All right. What else we got? So what do we want to talk about in here? Let's see. I'm going to scour. Oh, Dino, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you, man. It's been a minute, huh? You know, I had to go lose 50 pounds and it's, you know, what's interesting? I got a nutritionist now, right, guys? So not only did I lose a whole bunch of fat weight and some water, but I gained pounds of muscle. So I would be like 160 without all this rock-like muscle that I've added. But yeah, so I'm doing it all, man. Mother effing chew. I'm still outside. No rain. Oh, you cooking out there, man? Dude, you got to get inside. It was hot today, man. Well, look, I'm in Virginia, so it's a little different, but we're all on the East Coast. We get similar. Boy, oh boy, man, dude, I'm telling you, it was hot. The last 2 days, I gave my chickens water. Like I fill up this thing of water at like 8 a.m. or something like 7 a.m. I walked out there and at like 3, and it was empty. That shit lasts like 3 days. It was empty. Some evaporation, but those chickens were like, we're dying. That's what it was like. I have a garden that we do this thing called no-till gardening, right? You do a layer of leaves, you let them degrade, you put a layer of hay, and then when it rains, like all that shit keeps the dirt moist. It's like the forest floor. You don't need to water it. Dude, I went out there on Sunday and I put like 3 or 4 cans of water in the greenhouse. And usually that's like 3 days, whatever. I come back and dude, I came back the next day, it was 110 degrees in there. And I dumped 5 cans of water in the greenhouse and another 4 cans at dry spots in the garden. Dude, and it rained on Saturday. So it's been hot, dude. And I was like passing out. I was out there for like an hour and a half. I was like, dude, I got to go inside. So if you're still out there, dude, got to get in the house, man. Yeah, that's the way, though. You got to get some shade, though. See, like Virginia, what's good about Virginia instead? I lived in Florida for 15 years. Like Florida, when it's in the summer, it's like you got that Florida sun, right? So it's beating on you, that equator shit. It's just the sun is like oppressive. It feels like somebody pushing down on your back. It's like, ugh. But what happens is around noon, the ground becomes another heat source. So it's like it's been cooking the street and everything. So when you're walking around, you're getting pounded on your head, and then there's heat coming up from the ground. It's like a convection oven. That's what you feel like. The fucking wind is hot. And if you go under a tree in Florida, there's no relief. There's none. It doesn't matter. You're just not in the sun. It's like just as humid. You can't breathe. Your glasses are fogged up. In Virginia, it's 101 degrees. If you go under a tree, it's 75 degrees. It's like the shade means something here. And I like that because I have all kinds of woods on my land. Like I have trees, man. So anywho, that's my little spiel about Virginia versus Florida, everybody. All right. What do we got? Oh, yeah. You're drinking PBRs, huh? I'm drinking Waterloo Seltzer. Which is this one kind of sucks. This raspberry nectarine. I'm not in love with this one, to be honest. So, all right. Well, mother effing chew, I hope you're getting some shade, my friend. Let's see. Bearded says, GreenBean, who will be our wide receiver 2? Reynolds, Lazard, Smith? I think without question, it's going to be Reynolds. Now, if during the season things change and develop otherwise, it's a different story, right? Like if Smith decides to not drop the ball as much as he has in college and all that kind of stuff. I mean, dude, the kid's got the wheels that we've been missing around here for forever. So that would be great. Like if he could develop into something, I don't think, but the way the season is starting, it's going to be this. This is what they're building, everybody. And why the Malachi Corley thing is not as urgent as maybe we would normally think. What they're doing is they have Garrett Wilson. We got Justin Fields, who's at best a 2-read quarterback, right? They got him out of that 1-read shit. Like 1-read, guys got a cornerback near him and he takes off. So he's not doing that. He gets to his 2nd read, but he rarely gets to his 3rd. It happens from time to time, but that's really not his game, right? So we got a quarterback who's not going to sit back there and look at everybody. He's on his 3rd read and he's going over here, and he's not going to do that. But the payoff is that he's got legitimate wheels. He's not just like a guy like a Zach Wilson who can run a little bit. No, Justin Fields, he almost broke the record for rushing yards in a season for a quarterback, remember? And then he didn't play the last 2 games for whatever reason, probably because he runs too much and got fucking hurt. I don't remember, but that's the downside of the positive side, right? We got the downside. He's a 2-read quarterback, but the positive is that he runs really well. But the negative of the positive is that he gets hurt. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He fumbles and shit. But so what they're doing, they're trying to do that whole virtual thing where they slow the game down for him, which I think is, hey man, I'm here for it, right? Like fuck it, let's try that. All right, that sounds good. Let's use technology, man. I'm all about it. So do that. And they're going to get him to be as good as he can be as a quarterback. That's what they want to do. We got a nice young offensive line. It looks like it's built. Membu's getting his lunch fed to him by McDonald, but that's good for training. That's what you want to see. You want to see our edge rusher going into his third year feeding our rookie his lunch. That's what you want to see. And it's good for him to get his ass shellacked in practice so he knows if he's dominating in practice his rookie sees there's a problem, right? Fair enough? So that's good, but we got a nice offensive line. So that's what we're doing. You got your offensive line built. You got Garrett Wilson and his rapport, his previously established rapport with Justin Fields. You work on Justin Fields, and then they're going to do this. They got Garrett Wilson for the wide receiver. That's read 1. At worst, read 2, depending on the play, right? And what they are going to do, they have a 3-headed running attack. They'll have their 4th, but it's really about the 3 running backs we have. Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis. Dude, it's a legitimate running back crew. The fact that we couldn't get it going last year is absurd. All right? Like it's silliness. And that's because our offense was as vanilla gets. It was just like they were just running plays. Run this fucking play, run that play. There was no game plan. You know what I mean? Like you can tell when they're like, building up to something, developing things. This play supports that play, or they're running these 3 plays because really what they're setting up is later they're going to run it. They're going to have the same alignment to do the other thing, and it's going to fool everybody. They're going to think they know the play. There's none of that going on for the last few years here. It's just running a play. And they read it and they stop it, right? So this year, they're going to focus on Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis. And this, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be Josh Reynolds, Smith, Corley, or Lazard as the next recipient. It's going to be Taylor, the tight end. That's what they're doing. And you know what? Good. Yeah, I agree with that, Daniel Murphy. But that's the thing. Tanner Engstrand, we don't know what he is. Real quick, this is funny. Payoffs? That's so funny, DJ Dirty Coach. I like what you did there. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, look, you gotta have it's one thing to have a running quarterback, right? He's making, steak out of dog shit. Like the play's just blown up and he just knows how to squirt out and get you 8 yards or 15 yards. That's one thing. That can be exciting, but you don't want to live that way. Live by the sword, die by the sword. It's exciting this day, but it's going to kill you the other day. What you want is solid play design that can maximize his talents and designs. You want it to be designed. This, if not that, this. Do it. And it's a decision that you look there. We've planned it. He should be open. If he's not, this should be open. If they're both covered, fucking go, man. And this is where you go. AVT and Tippmann, they got it. Don't worry about it. You're going to have a hole right here. The whole thing's designed. And if Tanner Engstrand is worth a shit, and we have reason to believe he could be, look, Ben Johnson was the creme de la creme of the offensive coaches last year. Fair enough, right? He was the guy. Everybody had their little all Ben Johnson. We were all excited. I went Ben Johnson. He was the guy, and for good reason, dude. Look, Jared Goff, while he didn't with McVay, he's another one. But they wanted to get rid of Jared Goff. They thought Jared Goff was the limiting factor in their Super Bowl dreams. And they gave 2 first-round picks. Am I frozen? What is going on here? Hold on. Hold on, buddy. Am I frozen? Yeah, no, it's not you, Jake. It's all of a sudden started freezing really bad. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I got it shut. Everything's open. I was working up until everything's still open. Let me close. I'm frozen hard. Hold on. This fucking thing's open. Holy shit. Everybody stop. close. Quit. Everybody cut it out. Hold on. Yeah. Can you guys hear? This is how you know it's really me. Can you guys hear me at least? How about on Twitter? Am I fucking free? Because my YouTube won't even load. All of YouTube won't load. Am I back? What the fuck? Am I back? Am I back? I definitely look hazy. What's this? Get the fuck out of here. I got so much shit open. Get that out of here. Dude, I had like 40 tabs and like 8 different programs open. So we're getting there. I'm trimming the fat. This thing will not quit though. Let me force quit some shit. Let me see what's going on here. If there's anything lingering. Yeah, Apple Music. Fuck off. Get out of here. Why are you open? You're not even open. Find a preview. I'm going to force quit that. I don't need you open. Notes. I don't need you. Get out of here. Reminders. Get that out of here. All right. Look, we're looking crisp. All right. See? That's another thing. I'll tell you, usually when I'm going to do a live stream, I get all that shit shut. I forgot all about it. I didn't even think about it. I know the deal. I'm like 120 feet from my router. You know what I mean? I got to remember that. My modem, whatever the fuck they call it these days. I don't even know anymore. Pornhub. Oh, I know you're right. You can't leave it open, dude. It's going to take up way too much bandwidth, JQuest. Yeah, dude, Dylan, I'm getting my ass kicked tonight, but this is good. You know, I'd much rather do this now than like if we're watching a game together or something, which we'll be doing again this year. I hope Frankie comes back this year with us. Hey, Frankie's a good hang, dude. And I see Frankie's been releasing. Dude, Frankie, if you guys aren't following Frankie from Flatbush, he's putting up his community posts are the best. The best. I'm going to tell you, like I'm really a big fan of myself, but I don't touch what Frankie does as far as like his details and what he's doing. Frankie from Flatbush is the real deal. So if you're not following Frankie, you should. If you want like breakdowns and real solid information that nobody else is putting out there, Frankie. But I think Jeremy's going to come back. Jeremy lost a bunch of weight too. So we're going to be like the Slender Twins. Hopefully I make it. I mean, I don't know, dude. You never know. I could just go fatness again. One cupcake and it's over, dude. You know? Like I got all kinds of problems. You guys know I'm a fucking heroin addict, crack addict, alcoholic, smoke too much weed, don't do hallucinogenics, some crystal meth. You know? I'm a gambling addict. Fucking codependent. You know what I mean? But the other thing is sugar. If I eat one peanut butter cup, dude, everything in my life changes. I shit you not. I start thinking about Dollar Tree. I can get goobers. I can get 5 packs of goobers for fucking $5. Just like I'm at the movies. You know? So that's how that goes. I can't do it. He's on, right, Sud, coffee with Frankie. Right, man. Frankie's the shit. So I hope that he comes back with us. You know, because he's great. He's great to have on. But look, it's 9:00, so I'm gonna switch. You guys see this guy behind me, right? So we're gonna switch. Let me do something here. I'll leave that up for a little while. What is this? I thought something right here. I want to see. Yeah, I love Frankie too, Hank. He's the shit. Jquest says the beard is looking tight. Yeah, well, it's not as tight as I'd like it. I should have trimmed it before the show. But I'll tell you what, Jquest, my plan was when I when I decided to take a break, and I told Matt and Ryan, I told a few other people, I'm shaving the beard. I'm shaving the beard. And then by the time I come back, I'll have it again and nobody will be the wiser, right? And I haven't shaved my beard since like 2018. I shit you not. I mean, I've shaved and I've trimmed, but because I get all hair here too, and I don't like it. So I keep my line with my precision edge from the House of Atlas, by the way. But I haven't shaven it since like 2008. It's probably 2016. Because I was the executive director. Here, I'll show you. You guys want to see? Here, check it out. So let me see this. Let's see if this link still works. Because they closed down. I was the executive director of this place for like 3 years. And we were one of the top we were packed. I had a 65 beds in the rehab, and I had another 50 beds in a sober house. We were packed. We had a waiting list. And then I left and came to Virginia. I resigned and moved to fucking Virginia. And they closed like a year and a half later. It's crazy. So it broke my heart. So I don't know if this thing, I got to see if these, let me see our facilities. Where's our team? About treatment. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. I'm going to try to find the last time I shaved. This was it. So what happened was so back then I used to shave once a year. And I shaved on No Shave November. Like, so when everybody else would grow a beard, I would shave because I had a beard all year. So I wanted to be a part of it. And so I shaved. And I shit you not, I shaved. I went and got a professional shave at a barber and got a straight razor and the fucking hot rags and the creams and all the stuff. And I came in glassy faced and I walked into the center and I forgot that was picture day. So they were there with the big umbrella lights and everything. They were all set. I walked in, I said, oh shit. Like I would have waited one more day, but I forgot. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not here. Let me look me up. Hold on. Let's see. They got any images of old GreenBean before he was No, they really don't. I'm not out there anymore. I mean, everything's got a beard. I guess not. Let me see. Executive direct. Nope, that's of the other one. Let's see this one. What's this one? Meet the staff. Hold on. All right, here I am. This is the last. You guys ready for this? So this is me. I can't make it any bigger. All right, so here I am. This is it. This is when I shaved. You see? That guy on the top. That's me without a beard. Doesn't look weird. Oh, I also have the comedy show thing that I put out there too. So you can see that. That was like 2008 though. That was years ago. So anyway, that's what I look like without the beard. But anyway, I was going to do it. But I'll tell you what, Jay Quest, this is what happened. And my wife even said, hey, you going to shave your beard or what? And I went in to shave it. And I got scared. I swear to God. And my daughter said to me, don't do it. And that was it. I was like, I freaked out. Isn't that funny, guys? See if I... I tell you. Shave it right, Jake. Fuck it. Shave it right now. I'll tell you what, though. If the Jets win the Super Bowl, I will dye it green for a week and then shave it. How's that? If we get to the Super Bowl, I wear it green. All right. For the whole 2 weeks, I have a green beard. Okay. And then if we win, I shave it on the spot. Right in front of everybody. Because I'm not going to the Super Bowl. There's no fucking way. Like, there's no way I'm going to pay $2,500 just for the ticket and then whatever hotels and all the bullshit travel and all that kind of stuff. And there's a chance that I'm going to sit in the stadium and be heckled by somebody. There's just no way, dude. It's way too important. I'm staying right here and I'm hanging out with you guys. That's it. I don't want nobody else. I might even like send a link to, I don't even want other fans in here, man. Like, it's way too serious. You know what I mean? My entire life, I'm not going to sit next to, like, we're playing the Vikings and I got some asshole going, "Skull!" I'm in danger of fucking murder. You know, I ain't doing it. Yeah, you think that was just some random guy from Kohl's? Well, let's do this. You guys, let me do this real quick. So this is some of the secret content that I put out there for channel members. I'll show you right now. Where is it? Do I have it? Is there a membership? Here we go. What the fuck? All right, here. I'll show you I'll show you this one. Here. So we'll watch this for a brief second. Okay. All right. Now I got to tell you guys, there's a warning here. This is explicit. Okay. So this is where you'll see I have a shaved head and a shaved face. So you're going to see me, but I'll play a couple of minutes of this. And just, I'm telling you right now, it's explicit. The subject matter is not for everybody. So if you're easily offended, just leave or just remember, dude. Yeah, I told you. Okay. This one isn't terribly bad. It might be. I don't even remember. Honestly, I can't even think right now what the fuck this joke is. But I'll show you this. I got to make sure you guys can hear it. All right. You ready? Let me make sure you guys can hear it. Can you hear it? Tell me. Hear it real quick. Could you hear that? Could you hear the guitars? Let me know real quick. Yeah, you got to go inside, man. The mosquitoes. You got to go inside. Yeah, Bearded says, keep the beard. In my 8 years of my wife, she has seen me clean shaven once. May 2020 because of masks. She told me never again. I know. Did you ever see the Adam Sandler song, Bearded? It's the funniest thing in the whole world. When I saw it the first time, I laughed so hard that I couldn't breathe. I needed to pause it because I couldn't fucking breathe. The song is literally this. Okay. He goes, Daddy shaved his beard today. Sideburns and mustache went away. Daddy's lips are really small. Doesn't have a chin at all. Daddy made a big mistake. Dude, I laughed so hard at that because that's what happens. I feel like my chin shrinks in. My lips are real tiny. It's like a whole thing. Could you guys hear that? Okay. So here, we'll watch this. This is me. This is actually my last comedy show that I ever did. So I'll show you guys this real quick. October 25th, 2020.
See, and I like being married. I like not getting laid. I like it's a lot of pressure, to go out and do all these things. And I tried the internet thing. I went on. I actually did this like free trial thing with Matchmaker. So it took me a while, but I met somebody that I actually fell in love with, and we talked for like 2 months, and she was perfect. She was everything I ever wanted. All right, she had a job, which was good. Spoke English, so it's on. So one day she says to me, "Hey, you want to go meet for lunch in Manhattan?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And she says, "Okay, 4:00." And I say, "Perfect." And I'm there, I get there at like 3 and I'm doing all the shots and booze and shit. I need to actually, be able to talk to another human being. So I'm there and I'm getting nice and loaded. And 4:15 rolls around and I'm like, all right, don't even tell me I'm getting stood up by a fucking internet chick, And I don't know why, but to me, that just seems lower than a non-internet chick. I don't know. So, 4:30 rolls around, and I'm really getting nervous, and I'm getting angry, and all this kind of negative emotions are coming forth. But I notice there's this guy way on the other end of the restaurant. He's staring at me like this. I'm like, all right, well, there's the guy that's going to get his ass kicked when I get stood up, because my psychologist told me I can't hold it in. I need to release. If I let it build up, it's going to negatively affect me. So 5 o'clock rolls around, ladies, right? There's no more fashionably late bullshit. I mean, I get it, but an hour, I'm fucked. That's the way it goes. So I'm getting my check, and who runs over? Smiley man. And he goes like this. Are you Kyle? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, ha ha, fooled you. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I'm Sally Suck-a-Lot. I'm like, no way. Sally Suck-a-Lot's a chick. I love her. It's like, no, man. It was me the whole time. Do you want to, like, get a drink or something? I'm like, wait, you're Sally Suck-a-Lot? Like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I talked to you for 2 fucking months. I fall in love with you. You say, let's go meet for lunch. I say, sure. I get stood up while you're in the very fucking place I'm getting stood up in, and I'm going to go have a drink with you right now. All of a sudden, I'm fucking gay, right? Now I'm being homosexual, right? So I'm sucking this guy's dick. Thinking to myself, I am getting the shit end of the stick here. And I got like this epiphany. I said, wait a second. This guy's gonna get the worst blowjob of his life. Fuck with me. I win. Yeah, I won that one. While sucking a guy's dick, I win. How's that for self-esteem?
There you go. That's enough of that. So there you go. That's my shaved face and how much of an idiot I can really be. So yeah, I used to do that stuff. I used to tour around the country, everybody. Can you believe that? I used to tour around the country and tell disgusting jokes. That's what I did. And you know what? My drug addiction was so bad. Like, so check this out. I would go to like shows, right? So they would book me and I'd go to LA or I'd go to Michigan or Maryland or wherever the hell I was getting booked. And they'd say, okay, we're going to give you $200. You'll do. So you got 2 shows. You got one show at 8. You got one show at 10. You do 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and you get an open tab and you get free dinner. So they get free dinner and free drinks the whole night. I got to do an hour of work. Okay. Let's say 30 minutes, and I got to do an hour of work. So I did that for a while, but then all I had to do was show up by like 7:30, 8 p.m., get on stage and do that. Go blah, 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 tell fucking stories. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't get there. I couldn't show up. 7:30 was too. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm going to be there at 8:30. Can you put the other guy on? I started doing that shit and I became unbookable. That's what happened. They stopped booking me. They're like, fuck this guy. Isn't that funny? And then once I was unbookable, you know, I would still do shows here and there at firehouses or whatever, you know, but you know, it fell apart. It all fell apart, man. I had a thing. I could have did it. I was close, very close. But yeah, I know. We just need to offer. Well, yeah, you can. I'll tell you what. At the Jets meetup, the Talking Jets meetup last year, it was pouring rain and the whole thing the whole time. Right before we went in, I forget who did it, but somebody brought out a really good, like, aged scotch and a bunch of shot glasses, and he poured them all out. And when I was drinking, Dirty Coach, my drink was scotch, or I mean, whiskey in any capacity. But I really liked a good single malt Scotch. That was my thing. When I had a little money, I would go buy some Glenlivet or something like that. But so he pours out all this Scotch, and everybody's doing a toast, and he goes GreenBean, and he hands me a shot. And if I was going to drink, that's it right there. I'm with all my Jets fans. We're at our meetup. There's a beautiful, expensive Scotch being poured out for. There's 25 people with shot glasses in their hand doing a toast. So I didn't do it. I said, nah, man. I did my little seltzer toast. Maybe I had a Coke Zero. I don't know. Jameson. Right on, man. I didn't love Jameson, though. Yeah, you know. So I did all that shit. What's up, Blitz? It's good to see you. Yeah, right, Dylan? Yeah, that was one of my punchlines. I had some punchlines that people would remember, you know? That was one of them. That wasn't my best joke, but that was a consistent one that I used. You know what I would do? So if I had to do like 45 minutes, I would bring like 20 minutes of material that I had, and then the rest I would make up as the crowd as it went. So I always had enough. Like if it wasn't working, I could always pull more material. But yeah, like I would literally do like 20, 25 minutes of material, and the rest was just shit that I was making up as I went along. But yeah, I would do crowd work or whatever, but I would just make up shit like I'm doing right now. I've been talking for an hour and 18 minutes. I didn't plan any of this. Oh, thank you, Jay-Z. You're the man. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you. You're awesome. You're one of the guys I met. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, this is going to be a good one this year. We're going to beat Aaron Rodgers. The Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line, we're going to get to him, man. All we got to do is get to him. That's it. We get to him. He's not going to be fluid with the offense yet, the whole thing. He's saying all the right shit. He's doing the Aaron Rodgers thing up there. They're in love with him, right? Just like we were. But all we got to do is it's game one, man. All we got to do is get to him. That's it. The problem is going to be their defense, right? We better get to him, because it's going to be a weird day with our crazy-ass wackadoodle offense against the Steelers. You know what I mean? Their defensive line is that's a great test for our fucking young offensive line. They can keep those guys in check, and we got something. I'm going to tell you right now. You know, it's going to be something. Did I know Kevin McGee and HP? No. I knew what the hell was his name before he died? I want to say Galian. He was like he was there forever. No, not the comedy. Wait, that Comedy Cellar? Wait a minute. Okay. No, I knew the owner of the Comedy Cellar before he died. I mean, dude, don't forget, man. My comedy career was like late 90s that was 2008, and that was my last show. And I was on the road I was on the road. I was never on the road, but I would travel. I was never like on the road as a comedian. But my like heyday, if you will, was probably 2002 to 2006. Not even. No. Let's say 2000 to 2004. And in 2004 is when I went to LA and made comedy pornography for Hustler. That was real. They gave us $32,000 to make. We had a 4-picture deal. $32,000 per picture. That's what they gave us. Me and my little group, the Bag of Nuts. It's crazy. So yeah, so I was way gone by then. Like I was at the Comedy Cellar. I was there all the time. Like I used to hang out upstairs in the olive tree, like in the back room where the comedians are. I was allowed in. They all knew me. I was allowed in there. I've been in there with, everybody. Fucking Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, you name it, dude. Tracy Morgan, Colin Quinn, all those guys. So, yeah, I was at the Comedy Cellar all the time. It's the best room in New York, the Comedy Cellar. It's the best room in New York, without question. Like you could go uptown to stand up New York and bomb. Get in your car, ride down the Comedy Cellar, and 45 minutes later, get on stage, same fucking set, and rock. They would always say, like, don't judge your act by the Comedy Cellar. Because they're just, when people walk into the Comedy Cellar, they're just, dude, they're ready to have a good time. Like they're waiting to laugh in the Comedy Cellar. Where there are harder rooms. Like Stand Up New York, I used to do very well there, but that was a tough room. Gotham was also considered a pretty tough room back then. New York Comedy Club was easy. You always rocked in there. Dangerfields was easy. Caroline's is tough. That crowd, it was like, they're right. You know, so when you go into Caroline's, it's like weird, man. They feel like you got to earn it. You got to make me laugh. I came to Caroline's to see a quality show here. You know, that's how they were at Caroline's. So, you know, that's the way it was. You knew where you were going. Like you had to do different. You had to act different a little bit. You had to know going in. So if you bomb up at Stand Up New York, it just is what it is. You have a tough night. I've done things that I can't even tell you guys that story, but I used to say some crazy shit. Like if I was bombing, I'd bomb. I got off of a stage in Nutley one time. We were doing a show. It was crazy because like Jim Florentine was, you know who was in the crowd? Justin Jefferson. He was just drafted by the Nets. Justin Jefferson. And I got on stage. And for whatever reason, it was weird. I had like a bad night and they didn't like me. So they weren't laughing. They weren't laughing at all. And when I got off the stage, I was like a short set. I did like 10 minutes. But I was going off the stage and they clapped and I fucking ran back on stage and I said, don't you fucking dare clap. I said, I'm going to walk off this stage in the uncomfortable silence that I just experienced for 10 minutes. You're going to fucking experience it too. That's what I said. And they did. I walked off and it was silent. You could hear a pin drop. I think some guy said, this guy's an asshole. It's like, yeah. Anyway. So look, check this out. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Where is it? Hold on a sec. Dylan, I'm a choker, man. Where's my thing? There it is. Hold on. So I'm going to tell you guys about something else. Where is it? I suck. All right. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Now this, I told you guys, I lost, real quick, Eddie, Larry Flint, you're right. No, wait. Sorry, I'm sorry. Bill. It was after he died, but yes, I worked for Larry Flint and Larry Flint's company. Yes. It's crazy, man. I'll tell you guys another story in a second. So Huel, dude, as you can see, they've been here the whole time. This is Huel Black. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Now, this isn't a weight loss product. It's not what it is. But this has been a major part of my regimen. Now, they're sponsoring me. So there's that. I want to make sure you guys know that. But I'm going to also tell you that beyond the sponsorship, I have ordered more of this shit. Now, this is Huel Black. This one is chocolate. They have vanilla, banana, strawberry banana, which is my favorite one. I don't traditionally like banana flavored things. I don't. But the strawberry banana is amazing. This is a full meal in a bottle. 35 grams of protein. I believe the strawberry banana has 37 grams of protein. 27 vitamins and minerals, amino acids. Everything is non-GMO. Dude, it's so filling that I've been using these for one of my meals every single day. Huel, okay? We're going to give you 15% off. All you have to do is go to Huel.com and use the promo code GreenBean, or just once again, Huel.com/GreenBean. It'll take you right there. It might even be, it's 20% off. 20% off Huel. This shit is literally a part of changing my life. I'm not even kidding. I'm lobbying them right now to be my full season sponsor because I love it. I love this shit. And they have all kinds of other stuff, man. Powders and protein bars and all kinds of fun stuff. But this is the golden nugget for me. Huel Black, full meals in a drink. I could read all the stuff. Let me see. I don't want to read all this stuff. It's like, it's got everything. Look, so you read the fucking stuff. Look, dude, 35 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, 27 vitamins and minerals, non-GMO, all plant-based. All right. So it's the dude, this shit is top-notch stuff. Get yourself 20% off by going to huel.com/greenbean or using GreenBean in the promo code at the end. And it's going to be the right stuff for you. I'm telling you. Get the variety pack. That's what I started with. That's how I figured out what flavors I like. Chocolate, vanilla, iced coffee, strawberry, banana. And I like the strawberry banana. That's what I keep ordering. But yeah, man, I went outside the sponsor. I rarely do that. You know what I mean? Rarely. I ask for more or whatever. I just bought it. I'm like, dude, this shit's too good. It's changing everything. So when you guys see ripped GreenBean at the Talking Jets meetup on September 7th and September 6th at the Bezara Music Festival for our live stream and meet and greet, you're going to see this ripped version of me. And this shit is a big part of it, man. Huel. What does it say? See it? Chocolate. What else is it? I can't. It's too blurry. Nutritionally complete, ready to drink meal. Naturally flavored. Love it. So there you go. Huel.com/greenbean, everybody. All right. What else are we going to talk about today? It's 9:30. I don't know. It's late. What do you think? We did enough? If you guys got to throw up a topic, if you got a topic, I'll talk about it. Oh, I was going to tell you a story about the porn world. So, so this is the deal. So when I went out there, I didn't know shit. So this is literally what happened. Okay. So I bought a $200 Chevy van, like an 86 Chevy. It was like one of those, but looked like the Mystery Machine. It was powder blue and shit. And I carpeted the floor and the walls and the ceiling. I put this gray, really plush carpet in there. I installed like an end table for like a bed. It had 2 drawers. So that was my drawers. I put a clothes rack in there and hung all my clothes with a shelf, and I had all kinds of shit. And then I had an inverter for power. And me and my buddy, Matt Bridgestone, another comedian, he runs all kinds of shows in Atlantic City at the Tropicana, still to this day. He's great. But we drove across. And now what I did was this. Check this out. So I was a raging heroin addict at the time, IV heroin. So I went to my dealer in Newark in the projects in Newark. And I was really close with my dealer. So I went in there and I bought like 15 bags of heroin. And I said, bro, this is the last time you're going to see me because I'm going out to LA. Now they knew I was in movies and shit like that at the time. Like I used to, like when we were filming the movie with, you ever see the movie Find Me Guilty with, fuck's that guy's name? He's in Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel. So they filmed that in Newark. And I was like an FBI guy in that movie, but I was driving. I was like driving the paddy wagon and everything that he jumped in and all that kind of shit. So I only had to wear a suit from like the top. So I'm wearing like, fucking beach shorts and sneakers, and I'm wearing this suit on the top, and I got my hair pulled back in a ponytail because I had long hair at the time. So I would literally, like on lunch breaks, I would run over to the projects and pick up heroin in my half suit. And they knew I would say, yeah, we're filming over. And they would come over and watch and the whole thing. So they knew that. So I go to my dealer before I'm going to LA. I'm literally leaving for Los Angeles. I stop and I get like 15, 16 bags of dope, whatever it was. And I tell him I'm not going to come here no more. And the guy grabs my hand and he pulls me close and he says, bro, fucking do it and never come back here, man. Never, like, this is my deal. He pulls me close and like a hug, like we're face to face. He's like, never come back. I'm like, whoa. So I leave and I get to like Ohio, and I'm already done with the 15 bags. And my plan was to use it and have it, whatever. So I stopped at this doctor and I got buprenorphine, which was it wasn't Suboxone yet. So I go to my friend's house in South Lake, Texas, and I tell her, she lives in this palace pool, just a beautiful, beautiful place. And I tell her, look, I'm kicking dope. And if you don't want me to do it in your house, that's fine. She goes, no, come on in. I'm going to take care of you. So I show her what I'm doing and the whole thing. And she lets me stay there for like a week. And I do this whole thing. So we finished there. I'm there for like 7-8 days. And I kick dope in her house. And she's fucking making me soup and running hot baths for me and all. It was the best. And we leave there. And so I drive the rest of the way. We stop in El Paso, get all shitted up there. And then we go to LA. The day I land in Los Angeles. Now, remember, we're making porno movies. So we have these things set up. So I'm going to meet the guy, Mickey G, who's a famous director in porn. So he's our partner. So we go out and we meet him, and I have a radio spot the day I get there. Okay. Now the day I don't know anything. I'm out of sorts because I just kicked heroin. I'm not 100%. I'm like, and I don't even know about recovery yet. So like I'm like still drinking, smoking weed and shit. I don't know. Like you got to be clean to be. I don't know that yet. So I just didn't want to do heroin. I'm fine with cocaine, methamphetamine, hallucinogenics, weed, and alcohol. That's fine. I'm clean. I'm sober. So I'm drinking some whatever, and I'm smoking some weed. So I'm a little okay. So I go to this radio studio. It's like a radio. Back then, it was like there was no YouTube or any shit like that yet. So it was like internet radio, right? So it was like there was a real radio station, so this is porno radio. And there's like an internet camera. So on their website, if you sign in and you're a member of the site, you can watch what we're doing. So I go into this studio. There's black couches, right? And now, again, dude, I've been in LA for like 3 hours. And we go up, we meet Mickey G, and hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I go upstairs with these two guys, Matt Bridgestone, Mickey G, me. And we go upstairs, and there's fucking black leather couches in this dark, dim, like black lit room. And there's a girl. So the host of the radio show just had his penis made into a glass thing, right? So the whole shtick of the show is, number one, they're going to talk about our movie. But number two, the whole shtick of the show is that his co-host is a female, and they're going to have sex, but without having sex, because she's going to use the thing that's been made out of his pecker. So this is, I shit you. I walk in, I sit on a couch, and within 20 minutes, this is what I'm watching. This is happening on the couch 2 feet from me. This whole thing is going on. And I'm like, where the fuck am I? And that was the next 10 months of my life. Every other day was like that. I was in different places. Like, it's just crazy. The whole crazy thing. And the reason that I was out there was to make pornography funny. Like, who gives a shit if pornos are funny? But that's what they wanted to do. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take $32,000. So that's my story. I have 100,000 of them from that period of time. But that's the one I'll tell you. Used to haunt the projects in Newark. Well, just know this. Irvington. Well, that's Irvington. That's Irvington. That's right next to. So my place, I had two places. So mine was Baxter Terrace. That was right by 280. That's where I slept in hallways and shit. That was my main spot. The other one was down south by the airport, by the Newark airport, off Frelinghuysen, called Seth Boyden. And that's where every month they would do the fucking initiations, and they would kill somebody every fucking month. And I was like in there. So scary shit. But hey, let me tell you this, Ohio Jets fan, you ask about Capitol Records. when I was like, so that, as you can imagine, a heroin addict in LA making porno, I didn't stay clean very long. And I found heroin down in the city but in Hollywood by Capitol Records. That's where I used to, there was a little labor place there right by Capitol Records. So I would start my day every day right by the Capitol Records building, walk into the labor place and go get a $5 an hour job every day. And they'd pay you cash at the end of the day. So I would stay there a lot. So I was over there all the time, actually. Not inside, but right outside. Dude, I'll tell you, right outside Capitol Records, there's a 7-Eleven. I was 5 cents short for a can of Chef Boyardee, like a little can, and I couldn't get anybody to give me fucking 5 cents. I was starving. I haven't eaten in like 2 days. So that was some rough times, man. I ended up on the streets in LA, and I got arrested in that whole thing. But what else you guys got? There was a groomer from Capitol Records making contacts. Yeah, I don't know about that guy. Right, 3 siblings? I just got stories, man. Right now, if my wife is watching, she's like, this guy, why doesn't he just shut the fuck up already? My wife told me just the other day, I was talking to her, right? We were driving home. We went and saw my son, which, by the way, my son did it. So my son is a drummer, Teen Bean. So he's a drummer in one band that plays in like Baltimore and Delaware. So that's where they play. And he goes up there and he's a drummer in that band. But he's also a singer in another band here, and they played in Lynchburg. They did their first show in Lynchburg. So it was his first show as a frontman. He was so good. I can't even tell you. Like, I was blown away and they just released their EP like the day before, and there was like all these kids that knew it already. They already knew the words, and it's like, and they knew it already. I'm going to, you know what? Let me see something. Let me see if I can show you. Dude, my son was out of fucking control. So let me see which one it is. Hold on a second. This might be it. Hold on. Let me see. I'll show you guys. Let me see something. No, that's not it. Hold on. I'll show you guys a clip of my son. It's unbelievable. Like, truly, I couldn't believe what he was fucking doing. He's like jumping off the stage. I don't know what the hell he was doing. So, but anyway, my wife and I are driving back, and I'm trying to talk to her. She's tired. It's the end of the night, man. My wife goes to bed at 9 o'clock. So it's like 10 o'clock, like, I don't know, 9:30. And I'm talking. And she's like, dude, do you even need me? She's like, I'm like, you're not listening. And she's like, yeah, man, you're just talking. She's like, dude, no wonder you're so good at podcasting, because like when I make my videos, there's nobody here. Like, at least now live streaming, I'm with you guys and you guys talk, and you know what I mean? But like when I record shit, like I record, the Jets pod, it's like 45 minutes and I'm just talking. I'm just by myself. It's a weird thing. So anyway, my wife was just making fun of me. So I can just keep going. But all right, check this out. So I'm going to play you guys this. This is my son. This is 52 seconds. I think let me make sure real quick. Yeah, this is it. So watch this. So people jump on the stage. And where is it? Is this a window? Yeah. All right. So people jump on the stage and they sing with them, and they already know the lyrics to their songs. These are their songs. And let me do this. Can I make it bigger? Let me see. I think that's as big as it gets. Let me see. Is that bigger? Nah, it ain't fucking getting no bigger. All right. So anyway, here, check this out. This is Teen Bean, everybody. The little kid, they used to come on and shit. Like, this is what he's doing. It's choppy, isn't it? So watch this fucking kid. He gives him the mic, jumps off stage. Look at him. Kid's fucking nuts. I was like, who is this kid? He's everything I wanted to be, but was too afraid to as a front man. Like, I always would think I was going to do shit like that, and I never did it. But anyway, I think that's about it. We did 9 hours. Or 9 hours. It's 9. It's 9:42. If I end it now, I can still get to sleep by 10 and do my job tomorrow. But look, this was fun, man. We didn't talk much Jets, but why should we? You know what I mean? Fuck them, for God's sakes. Right, man? There you go, Bill. You got to see his band in where that he's a drummer in is called Excel. This band I just showed you is called Remembrance. And they're yeah, dude, it's like there's a whole scene, man. Like up Baltimore has a great metal scene. It's not so much here in Charlottesville, but Lynchburg, they got a great scene. It's fucking crazy, man. And look, I was very much in the metal scene and in New York hardcore in the 80s and 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. I was in the city all the time, man. I've seen a bunch of shows at CBGB's, the Bitter End. I mean, all these fucking places, you know. But yeah, man, it's nice to see him doing this shit because I go to all the shows. I'm just the old man filming now. But anyway. But right, Mitt, there you go, buddy. That says it all. Well, guys, don't forget the Talking Jets meetup, week 1. But we're doing a whole weekend, man. We're at the Bezara Music Festival the day before September 6th in Keensburg. We're doing a live stream. There's a full day of music and all the festival shit that goes on. We're doing a live stream, meet and greet, hang on the beach in Keensburg. We're doing that. And then we have our meetup for the Jets game, 1 o'clock against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers on the 7th. And it's going to be a fucking blast, man. I can't wait to do it. I'm really looking forward to it. I've freshened up. I'm ready. And I hope you guys will join us. All you guys got to do is go to talkingjets.com. There's more information. There's all the tickets. We're with Tailgate Joe. Again, it's epic, dude. It's epic. I think it's his Mexican. He's doing Mexican for week 1. So it's going to be great. But don't forget, go to houseofatlas.com/greenbean to get your 20% off their products, their starter pack and all that stuff. The Precision Edge razor, dude, it's a game changer. Look, razors are razors in many respects. I'm telling you, the Precision Edge is a whole different deal. It pops up pink. So the razor's here and it goes, choo. You go, it's the best. You want to get over here and make your lines, dude, it's perfect. And then don't forget Huel.com, HUEL/greenbean, 20% off the best damn meal replacements. I'm telling you, dude, I can't say enough about them. I can't. With that all said, you guys can go blow a donkey. Let's see. What do I do an outro? Let's do an old one. Let's do something. I'm going to do a random old outro. How about this? I'm going to do my first, a clip from my first ever podcast. This is when I was on the road. Okay. I was in Fort Lauderdale and I had been planning a podcast for like months. And I just kept having reasons it wasn't perfect. And one day I said, enough. And I just took a little plastic table. I put it on the side of my RV and I filmed it. That's what I did. And you can see all like the fucking tubes and every poses behind me. I didn't give two shits. I'm like, I just got to start. And that's what I did. So here we go. Guys, you're the best. I appreciate you being here. It was really good for me. I hope you had a good time. It was nice for me to get out here with you guys again. And let's see. I don't know what this clip is. I forget. But we'll end with this. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. They were beating us up last week about being not good enough. We didn't deserve. We got this guy Shap saying that we don't deserve the number 1 pick. A team like the Jets doesn't deserve to be rewarded with a guy like Trevor Lawrence. This is the shit we hear. So we win a game. Everybody's supposed to be happy. What does the NFL media do? They laugh at us. You guys couldn't even do that. You can't even lose right. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, and it cuts both ways for us. So, you.